Welcome everyone. We are here for another heart coherence breathwork session. Heart coherence is a term coined by the Heart Math Institute, and what it simply means is a balance between the physiological, the body, the psychological, the mind, and the emotional body of our entire bodily systems. So it's when all those kind of bodily systems, the immune system, the cardiovascular system, the lymphatic system, all the different systems, mental, emotional, body, are in kind of tune with one another. If you're watching breath rate, you'll see this even, so when it's not sporadic, it's this nice like sine wave pattern with the breath rate. Then you have heart rate, which is also steady. And then again, you go to HRV, which is a measurement of the in-between heartbeats. It's the measurement between each heartbeat that is in microseconds, and it varies at good, when you have good HRV, it varies significantly relative to how much that means. It's still in microseconds, but as we get a faster heart rate, I said those beat to beat timing between the beats becomes more the same. It becomes very even. Whereas when we have good HRV and very adaptable, it's another sine wave like pattern with HRV, but it's also that what's changing. The microseconds are changing more so than they are when we are in a more sympathetic or highly driven state. Then lastly is the blood flow throughout the body. So that has to do with the baroreceptors that are attached to the arteries, the veins that measure blood flow. I said all those systems are coming more into balance, and they all create more of a sine wave like graph rather than sporadic up and down, which is good for our emotional state. Have you ever been dysregulated? You weren't sure what, like you were kind of reacting. You weren't so much thinking about things. That's more of a dysregulated state. That's when we're not in this very balanced state. We're in a balanced state where think of things, we're relaxed, we're making better decisions. A lot of things within our body are better able to happen, like digestion. When you think about running from a tiger that's very highly not in heart coherence or not high HRV, low HRV, and your digestion and some other bodily processes are hampered during that because you have to run. It's good for the moment, but not generally for our body to recover, reset. So that's what heart coherence is. We're going to go through a session here of breathing in for 4 seconds and out for 6 seconds. Now that's going to be the beginning, and all we're going to do is focus on the breath. After that, it's a lot about breathing into our heart, which obviously you're breathing into your lungs, but your focus is on mentally bringing the energy and the breath energy into the heart area. You can even put your hand over your heart, which helps, and I find just alone when I'm doing this and I have this sensor on that measures my heart coherence with all the things stated before, the breathing rate, HRV, and all those. When I even just put the hand here, my HRV, and I start focusing on that, my heart coherence on the app goes up just from that simple thing alone. And then lastly, we'll include some type of focus on, often it's a memory of some type. Now today, I usually try to make some theme, so I think today we'll on self-worth. And self-worth is oftentimes, it's our ceiling that we are limited to, or we limit ourselves to. And it starts with self-love, really, but self-worth is that you're worth all the things you talk negatively to yourself that you don't think you're worth. Like when you've been rejected a number of times that could mean for jobs, that could mean in personal relationships, could be for anything. So I'll tell you, regardless of your height, weight, income, sleeping habits, non-sleeping habits, going out, sociality, regardless of all of that, you are very much worth it. And when you telling yourself you're worth it, it starts to build. What do we often do? We talk about ourselves negatively, and that starts to become the story we tell ourselves. If we change that story, then we can start changing what we're worth. In this simple example of thinking of a memory of a time or you felt very worthy, or you had yourself change your story to feel worthy, or you can even change a story right now that you felt bad about. So let's say you had a real recent past rejection. Let's say personal rejection. Some had a breakup, and you can what I did all these things wrong. You keep on like about blaming yourself. Instead, how can you change the story to say, hey, no, maybe it was that I am or I was worth it, and it could be that person's loss, or maybe it wasn't the person at this time couldn't see the value that I hold, and that's why it ended, not because or they weren't ready for me. It's not that I wasn't worth it; they weren't ready for me. So let's get into it here. All right, so again, I'm going to start the breathing app first. It'll go 4 and 6 out. Then I'm going to get my sensor started here. And you can just start following along. Remember, the first thing we're going to do while I'm setting this up is focus on breathing in,
breathe out,
breathing out.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out,
As you're breathing, really focus as the breath is coming in through the nose,
breathe in,
and then really focus on the air leaving your nose.
breathe out,
Try to feel the air in the nostrils as it goes in and out. And really bring
breathe
your
in,
attention to that.
breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in,
Now, don't be worried if your mind wanders. Just bring it back to the breath.
breathe out,
Again, focusing on that air as it enters the nose,
breathe in,
and the air as it leaves the nose.
breathe out, breathe in,
Now, if you feel like you need to breathe out through the mouth,
breathe out,
you can do pursed lip breathing, but for the inhale, I would typically try to encourage you to do
breathe
all
in,
through the nose.
breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in,
Or we're going to do next, bring
breathe
the
out,
hand up to the head, or you can just keep the hand where it's at. Keep
breathe
on
in,
breathing with the pacer.
breathe out,
And if you don't want to bring your hand to the chest, that's fine. You can just try to focus on the heart.
breathe in,
So breathing into the heart and
breathe
breathing
out,
in. You can bringing good energy into the heart and releasing bad
breathe
energy,
in,
the things out.
breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in,
Next, try to focus on
breathe
the
out,
heartbeats. See if you can listen to the heart and how many times it's beating. You don't have to count the beats.
breathe in,
Feel if you can, or see if you can feel the beats.
breathe out, breathe in, Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in.
Now, when you think of a time you felt very worthy,
Breathe out.
even more so than worthy, let's say you felt like
Breathe
a compliment.
in.
Someone was your cheerleader, and
Breathe
someone was
out.
showing you the kind of love that maybe you do have, or maybe you don't.
Breathe
But
in.
they were, something happened that
Breathe
they were
out.
telling you how good you did. Now try to keep a memory like that in your head while we still on the
Breathe
breathing
in.
here.
Breathe out.
It can be when a partner was maybe the start of a relationship, how the
Breathe
relationship's
in.
still going, where they're your cheerleader, they're you
Breathe
how
out.
good you are, the things you do well.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in.
Now, next, I want you to, instead of
Breathe
thinking
out.
about how that other person told you this, I want you to tell those things to yourself. So that if they said,
Breathe
oh, you did a
in.
really good job, with whatever,
Breathe out.
I want you to now say that to yourself. I did a really good job with
Breathe
this.
in.
I was on that, this, or
Breathe out.
anything along those lines.
Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Breathe in.
And lastly, I want you to keep on this in your head. You can even say
Breathe
it out
out.
loud and say, I am worth it and I love myself.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
And again, you're just repeating that in your head over and over again.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Well done.
As I said, well done. Now, even if you if you did really believe that, great. And you should really believe it. But if you're still in the process of possibly anyone that's trying to develop that, just keep going with repeating. The more we tell ourselves these things, and the more we leave it over and over again, it's a process of negative self-talk. the more we've told and the more we've heard these negative things, and we just tend to focus on the negative oftentimes more. Sometimes there's even positive things said, but we forget them because we are very more fear-based. But anyways, thank you for joining me. You're all fit, and have a great day. Bye.